A lot going on in Vancouver these days. This is Market Rumblings. We're going to touch on these Vancouver Canucks. Irfaan Gaffar in Vancouver. I'm Dave Pagnotta here in Toronto and Irf. Let's dive right in. Are the Vancouver Canucks a few losses away from officially entering the seller's market?
I don't know if they're a couple losses away. I think that there are discussions being had right now internally as to where they see the direction of this team going in the next few weeks. But then you look at a game that they played the other night, they were good, top to bottom. Defensively, that was probably one of their best games of the season. Coaching staff liked their performance. So when they have games like that, internally, it's probably like, okay, there's a little bit of a belief for this team as to, you know what, maybe if we keep getting consistent efforts like this, we can possibly go on a run. So I don't know if the term sellers is on their radar yet, but I definitely know that there has to be some discussions, obviously, in the next few weeks leading up to the trade deadline.
They certainly have some assets they could move if they go in that direction, some pending UFAs.
Yeah.
One of the interesting ones to me is Alex Edler. He's got a full no movement clause. Would he consider waiving that?
I think if the situation was right, I think he would consider it. Now, there hasn't been, let me preface this with, there hasn't been any discussion between management and Alex Edler's camp. But I do believe that if Alex Edler was approached by the Vancouver Canucks and if there was a move that was a perfect fit for him and obviously for his family down the stretch, maybe have a chance to go and chase the Stanley Cup, I think if the situation was right, he might definitely think about it.
They're not about to make a major shakeup at this point, are they? Is this more of an offseason type move for Vancouver if they can't right this ship?
Well, here's the thing about the Vancouver Canucks. One trade or one move or one getting money off the books isn't really going to save this Vancouver Canucks season. I think that this team right now, and Jim Benning, he is the GM until he isn't the GM anymore. Same with Travis Green. He's the coach until he's not the coach anymore. They're worried about getting wins and losses. Jim Benning's worried about, improving his team in a chance to compete for a playoff spot. So I still think that, one move isn't going to save this team down the stretch, but I do think that there is moves that they want to make to try and think about next season and the future of this franchise.
We'll certainly keep tabs on this and more surrounding the National Hockey League as we lead up to the trade deadline here on the fourth period.